Oh, hella beard, it's your boy Big Beard B, and we back for another edition of Big Beard Business. In today's video, we're discussing Creed's Royal Mayfair. Now, I initially came across this fragrance back in 2015 when they re-released the fragrance under the Royal Mayfair name. See, one of the benefits of shopping with the Creed boutique is that they periodically send out, samples and testers of either old fragrances or new fragrances as they were coming to release, and this was one of them. As it turns out, Royal Mayfair was a re-release of a bespoke fragrance by the name of Windsor that was vaulted, and now it's in my hands. Now, Royal Mayfair comes in your traditional Creed presentation and also has that same freshness that we've come to expect from the Creed lineup. Now, Royal Mayfair features notes of gin, lime, roses, eucalyptus, and orange, just to name a few. But if you leave it up to Creed, they'll find a way to justify their pricing with their note breakdown. I mean, the website states something like this. They have gin from Britain, limes from Jamaica, and pine from Scotland. Two things Creed does well is, one, create great freshies, and two, create the best backstories that can compete with some of the Hollywood greats. If you're a salesperson, remember this: features tell and stories sell. I mean, if you can create a compelling backstory in your pitch, then voila. When I initially came across the scent, I wasn't a fan. In fact, I hated it. Like, I was thinking, what the f were they thinking? Who the f would buy this? Which one of you stupid motherfuckers from Creed thought this would be a great idea, you shithead? This is stupid as f. No one is going to buy this ever in their motherfucking life because you, sir, don't know what the f you are doing. Fast forward a few weeks, the person that I gave it to was working for me at the time, and he was walking past me, and then it hit me like a cartoon scent trail. It said, and you just follow your nose. So I approached him, I said, man, what are you wearing? And he looked at me and says, it's whatever you gave me. Then my jaw dropped. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. He was rocking Royal Mayfair. And no, not to be outdone, what did I do? I went and purchased a decant. And then I hated it once again and gave it to my wife. Fast forward a few years later, I decided I'm gonna give it another try. And I did. I purchased it, then I gave it to my wife. See, to my nose, this one opens up with a blast of eucalyptus and rose, despite those two notes being buried at the base of this fragrance. And although I get them both, the eucalyptus really steals the show. Now, I've always found the opening on Royal Mayfair to be harsh, sharp, and really smell like an overpriced mothball. But the dry down on this one is what continues to bring me back. To me, it's almost like those top notes really creep up in the dry down, and you really start to get some of those citrus notes in there as well. Also in the dry down, the eucalyptus tones down a ton, the roses becomes more enjoyable, and then again, you get those citrus qualities with it as well. It brings a nice, bright, fresh, and sparkling aspect to this fragrance. To me, Royal Mayfair is a fragrance that evokes class. It's certainly floral, yet fresh, but it's not much of a signature fragrance if you ask me. Well, I mean, at least in my personal opinion, I don't think this is like a day-to-day fragrance. I mean, it does get compliments and it certainly works as a unisex scent, but I would particularly reserve this one for, like, when you're dressed up, if you're going to a formal occasion. I wouldn't say you rock this out at the beach. Now, despite this one being classy and elegant, I do recommend that you use some restraint and be cautious when you spray this one, because this one can easily be oversprayed. I think it's like an understated fragrance though. I mean, you spray it, it's gonna perform, and you might not understand that, especially when you're getting into the Creed fragrances. It's like, oh, it's gonna go away, it's gonna dry down quickly. No, this one projects, and for quite some time. I have like this love-hate relationship with Royal Mayfair. Like, I like it and I want to wear it, but I just can't get past the opening. The opening just, it's not for me, and it's nothing that I can personally smell on myself before that, hour and a half, 2 hour mark. But I do enjoy this one on my wife. That's why we still have it in the collection. That's why she has it. I love it when she wears it. And I guess this is our second time with it being in our personal collection prior to giving it away. I like it. Overall, it's a good fragrance, but it's not for me. All things considered, when I think about the dry down on this fragrance and when I would recommend someone to wear this fragrance, I would say I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. If you have this one, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Would you rock it? Did you have Windsor? Or are you a Royal Mayfair guy? Or have you even tried it? or you just say Big Beard B, I'm not into that floral stuff. That's what I have for you guys today, man. As always, I'm your boy, Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend that we are back again. And if you're a part of this royal family of the B Gang, then hit the goddamn bell.